Hi, everybody. That toast timed perfectly. Oh my god. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Red Violet TV. I'm your host, T to the KTK, bringing you television on the internet. And I ran up the stairs because I'm a fool. For context, I live in a narrow townhouse. So I'm on the second floor. There are 3 floors. I just had to run down the stairs, put shit in the sink, and then run back upstairs because I knew that I was starting stream. Did I do the dishes I put in the sink? Yes. It was 1 dish. I'm a model roommate, obviously. I did hear back from a place that I emailed in terms of jobs. Is it an interview? No. Here's what they said. Thank you for reaching out. Your application's been sent to the hiring team. They'll contact you. That's it. That's better than the nothing I usually get. So I guess we'll find out. I don't really have a whole lot else to talk about today. I don't know. I don't fucking know, man. Tell me about what's going on with people out in the internet right now. I want to hear your good news. I want to hear what's been going good with y'all. Throw some stuff at me. I want to talk to you. I don't want this to feel one-sided. I don't want it to be parasocial. I want it like a good middle ground. I'm like a friend of a friend in a Discord call. And like the main friend isn't in the Discord call right now. So it's just us and it's a little bit awkward, but like we're still trying to vibe. We're gonna be playing Control. Like crazy, I know. We've been playing it 3 days in a row. But we're actually halfway through, roughly, the Foundation expansion. Much larger than I was expecting it to be, and much more substantial than I was expecting it to be. I'm glad it's bigger than I expected. Don't take that out of context. I'm just so used to expansions being a handful of missions tacked on at the end, which is kind of what they were with Star Wars Outlaws. So it's refreshing to have something be a lot more expansive, and especially dive into more lore. That's honestly what excites me about the Alan Wake one as well, is that I know it's going to be a decent length stream, and it's going to expand on a lot of extended universe. So I'm really looking forward to it. Does that mean I will be playing Alan Wake 2? Yes, the moment I can get my hands on it. What does that mean? It means what you think it means. I am expecting some tax money eventually. They usually send it to me like mid-June. So I should be able to afford a game or two, which will be nice. Yeah, with the Foundation, to catch people up, we started it, got through to like the Foundation, like literally it's just referred to as the Foundation because it is the ground underneath the oldest house, and apparently that ground is really soft in terms of its barrier between the astral plane and our dimension, because it's starting to deteriorate. And not only is it deteriorating, but there are these things that are being used as keys, I'm guessing, that are tying the oldest house to our dimension in some way. The exact explanation behind it is intentionally vague, and I like that. But there are forces that are trying to basically dislodge the house, or rip apart the barrier between the dimensions, between the planes. So we're trying to prevent that. With that, we actually got a couple of new enhancements to our abilities, so I can now manipulate crystal. At the beginning of the game, you could choose between one or the other, either being able to yank crystals out of the walls, or shoot crystals with your service weapon and cause them to break. I legitimately went through that DLC expecting to only have to pick one, and then I'd have to play it over a second time to get both. But no. A mysterious extra force that's helping you out gave you the second power, meaning that in a Metroidvania way, you can now just re-explore areas that you've already seen or haven't seen and go hunting for shit. It's really cool. So now that we have both powers, we're going to do the other two keys, which we can explore the areas that they were in without these powers. So let's get into it. No delays. No slowing down. We're just whoop, getting right into it. Hi.
We've got your back, Director.
Oh, thank you.
If it isn't my favorite director.
What, you didn't like Trench? So when we left the stream off last time, we finished collecting IDs in the warehouse. Said IDs opened up a doorway to a boss. So this is to the canyon rim.
Weird entity A or B? Or neither. Let's just stay the course for now. The Bureau's in danger. We know we need to repair the nail. The astral plane won't break reality on much.
Rude.
Astral plane. This bleed is just getting worse and worse.
I was in the middle of something. Astral collision.
That's the cave sand. Looks like the astral bleed goes both ways.
Key system. Got it. Wear everything. It's a dead letter. Whoosh, whoosh. There isn't anything on top of that.
Kiss in the astral plane? That didn't go so well last time.
Eh? There we go. Oh, I see a crate. Huh. I'm not gonna pause as often as I did in the other streams. I've been noticing that that's like a thing that I tend to spam. So I'm gonna try to relax with the constantly searching through my inventory. I'm doing it right now, but that's because don't worry about it. Mani Neko procedures. Ceramic beckoning cat figure. The following is a list of items observed alter effects. Non-corporeality, affinity for specific human behavior, and minor physical movement. Multiple simultaneous incarnations of this item have been observed, whether these are independent, altered items, or acting uniformly. How the items originally arrived in the oldest house is unknown. It was first discovered sitting in the director's chair and was immediately contained in a panopticon cell. The next day, an agent noticed 2 additional figurines had appeared. Hours later, all 3 had vanished. The items have been sighted throughout the Bureau, appearing while agents perform blank tasks. It's theorized that fulfilling certain unknown criteria will encourage the items to appear. Well, I've learned that. Oh. Hello? I'm guessing the toilet's a portal. They often are. I just walked off the fucking edge. Can we stop? Okay. There's a crate in there, and I want it. Okay. There's no recovering height sometimes. It wasn't really hidden. It was just awkward to get to. Climb. There we go. Hey, board. You're not mad about what I did before, are you?
code will be excused. Thank you for your attention.
Reminder, we don't have windows. If you see a window, run. I like that. Health recovery on launch hits. I want to go back to health. Just an extra 50% health is nice. Fuck, this reminds me of that area on Mars in Destiny 2. The forest. The infinite forest, or whatever it was called. I was being shot at. Ah. Cool. I can do that too. Cool. Okay, that is just a pit to nowhere. Good to know. I'm betting you at least once, though, they're going to use that to hide a secret. Okay. Just wanted to check. So I have to wonder if the cubes generating power here are imitating the power cores utilized in the house, or vice versa. If, like, the design was not divinely inspired. I don't know if this is if the board is a godlike figure. It might be in our perspective, right? Like, it's a being beyond us. It's extraplanar. It doesn't have a physical form. It doesn't seem to speak in a decipherable or understandable language. The board is basically an alien to us, basically a godlike being to us, because we don't really have anything else that we could use to describe it. It's a being that is. green. I don't know if you can see this because I don't know if I'm really here. I see a pen in my hand, I see myself, but it's all wrong. It's the wrong angle, the wrong me, and it's all green. Look at the color green. Everything turns green when it's close. Uh-huh. Oh, it targets multiple things at the same time. That makes this ability amazing. I didn't really think about that. E, not F. Each game is slightly different. Hi. I don't understand it. But it's the Threshold kids talking about the pyramid. Okay. It's me. It's literally me. Hang on. Jesse Faden, it is me. I am from another dimension where you are in a video game and it was unfairly criticized. It's actually quite a good game. People were just mean. People don't understand peak Jesse Faden. In my universe, they think this game is just okay. It's like this is a 9 out of 10. People are just assholes. Okay, I don't know where I'm going with this bit. I'm going back in the corner now. Ooh.
Day plus 86. There's been a change. Hercules and Mabel, id numbers 3 and 11 attacked my staff today. 2 fatalities. 3 if you count Mabel. She was always so kind. As a result, we are abandoning the Foundation. Northmore gave the order to transfer our resources to the upper floors. Now that my control points allow us to safely come and go from the New York streets, did I forget to include that fact in my previous logs? I've been so busy using the arrays I made. Control points have been established throughout the oldest house. Excuse me if I don't sound excited, it's just... A few months ago, I would have been overjoyed to leave the Foundation. But now I realize I've grown fond of it. There's something deep in the stone here, deeper than that watching presence. I feel it needing me. I won't go. I refuse. Northbound won't be happy, but so be it. I'm starting to see him for what he is. An impotent storm. Father Shade in a cheap suit.
I get the feeling like I'm gonna run into Ash here. Oh, no, come back. Oh, good. I do appreciate that. Come here. There we go. I had to dunk it. I had to get some height. I just really appreciate the fact that this dimension accommodates people. Like in this shape. I don't feel like it has to. It's just nice that it does. Cool. I feel like we're close to an end. If I had to guess, like, the crystal that exists at the Foundation is probably a form of what constructs the house. Probably not exactly, but in a similar way. All right, there we go. Whoop. I feel like the amount of shots required is like maybe range based or something. Come on. C2 can play the barrier game. Yeah, run at me. I only got one. Come on, run at me. Nice. I do kind of wish with the telekinesis that I could throw, like, I could toss objects back. You know what I mean? Like, if I could basically play tennis with another telekinetic enemy. They throw an object, I can toss it right back at them. See the crate. There was something at the very tippy top of the other structure. I imagine there's something here too. I don't think it's a guarantee, I just want to double check. That feels like a place I would hide something, but I'm not a game developer. Oh, I'm out of energy, that's why. There we go. Ah, personal mods are full. I have a 5-star that. I'm not keeping anything below a 4. Energy recovery speed 35%. One I have equipped is 36. Cool. Damage after kills. Exclusive to spin, exclusive to pierce. Right. And now I can dismantle that.
There's the etching.
We at Chang. Our recent confrontation / yelling was in error. We decided / determined you may have both tools / upgrades. Only because you are the favorite / current director. But do not listen / speak to former. You are welcome / grateful. We are nearly whole / fixed. Your trust / synergy is
They sure
appreciated.
changed their tune all of a sudden. I'm overthinking this whole board former thing. They can sort out their own business so long as it doesn't get in my way. Obsessing over these problems is something Trench would do. But I've got my intuition. And you.
Is this just gonna send me back? That's kind. Oh, like all the way back. Alright, we have 6 ability points. Max out ground slam. Let's get shield dash, why not? And yeah. While holding shield, use evade to rush at enemies and knock them back. Neat. Do I have any extra insight from Pope?
The nail is almost repaired. You really do have a knack for this kind of work. Have you spent any time looking as if I could resist? The biggest question is where it comes from. A threshold? Or is it native to the Foundation? But if so, why doesn't it grow in the rest of the oldest house? The fact that they returned to an earlier state when damaged is severely inconsistent with our reality's adherence to linear time. So either they're A, partially conscious, or B, organic elements that are foreign to and yet influenced by our dimension. The jury's still out. Have you learned anything about the crystals?
I have a power that lets me stretch them.
Huh. Yep.
That's it.
I'll see you later. Take note.
You know what? I probably should. This is a scientific endeavor. Alright, back to the cave system. We need to head to the research site. Yeah, I'm guessing I can access that door through here. that's already opened. This is actually a surprisingly good ability to use against these guys. I shield up, charge against them. Knocks them down. And then I throw the shield, and that's like... Woo! Get his ass. See, I don't know what I have equipped to what. Source gains per element pickup. I get that that's a DLC thing, because that has, like, the little foundation symbol there, but, like... be really useful in the early game.
Marshall blew up the nail? What the hell was she thinking?
Right, that won't kill it. That will slow it down. Hang on, let's listen to the full hotline. What's her reasoning?
The hiss got in. The Foundation is overrun. I was out of time and out of options. I took all the C4 I could get my hands on and strapped it to the nail. Boom. A desperate move. But it's better off in pieces than in enemy hands.
I mean, fair.
Trench wouldn't be thrilled. He always said how vital the nail was. How it was the Bureau's duty to protect it. Bullshit. Those years spent in the director's chair warped his priorities. In the
About
end,
saving people.
he valued order over people. The advice of invisible voices over that of old friends. He lost sight of who he was. The board made sure of that. But I did my duty. The hiss can't corrupt a pile of smoking rubble. My last act as head of operations. I'm done. At least I could take those bastards down with me.
Okay, so she blew herself up. But that also means if the hiss were overrunning the place, there's a chance she
41
got taken.
days since entry day, the name of our historic arrival to the oldest house. Morale is long dead, and its corpse is starting to smell.
Or that's actually nice. So if I have duplicates, I can put them next to each other. don't know if it added that much damage. But also I want to kind of be... Okay, that helps.
My research staff complain of a presence watching them. Many have suffered nervous fits. Some were evacuated. In cheerier news, I've made some new friends. I met them while exploring the deeper caves. They're hard to describe, but imagine avant-garde sculptures of humans. I call them the id. They aren't hostile. In fact, they're polite and quiet, which is more than I can say for my colleagues.
I'm guessing they're the astral beings.
Most id are shy, but a few were quite curious. While I sat taking notes, one came to look at my sketches. I offered him my pencil, but that spooked it. What are the id? Residents? Prisoners? They remind me of the golems from Kabbalistic texts, or a type of homunculi. I know I shouldn't, but I gave them names. There's Hercules, Adam, Lilith, Copernicus. Mabel is the bravest. They're a funny bunch.
Interesting. Alright, so that's a shortcut opened up. It's gonna hot save. More than fine on money. I'm just out of samples and things. Could make mods, but I don't wanna. The game gives me plenty, so I'm not too worried. We've also been pretty thorough on collectibles, though I'm sure I'm missing a cat or two. I would like to find some cats. Woo! Okay, really effective tool. For dealing with them. It's honestly like a really effective attack, period. Oh, this bit. Explosive energy recovery. Neat. Hi, Hatchet.
Director Faden here. Dispatch a ranger to this location.
We're in this together.
Wait, it was healing, so where's the ball? It's right there. Alright. So the charging method does actually do a decent amount of damage to the ball. Good to know. Okay. And the ranger's still alive. I swear my goal with summoning them is not to kill them. I just think it's funny that I can summon them. Wait, this is the way I'm supposed to go. I don't want to do that. I never wanted to go the right way. I wanted to explore shit. Game loves giving me evade ammo refund. It's probably because I spam evade and run out of ammo. Can I reach that? Yes. Launch health recovery. I have a level 6. Ah. Neat. Alright, before we continue back to the main path, I'm actually going to grab a little bit of food. So, be patient, don't go anywhere. While I enjoy me a pasta. Just got hit with a bot comment. Hey, just want to say I really enjoy your content. You're always fun to watch and bring great energy. First time chatter. Their account was made yesterday. If you're ever down to connect, feel free to add me on Discord. I'm good, bud. Gotta love people like that. Bots are getting weirder. Hey, while I'm eating, you guys want to watch something? put on some random video and we can hang out, because this meal is pretty big. I'll mute so you don't hear me chewing in your ear. I'll throw in a quick just chatting. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Stop. I'm just gonna keep eating. What is it about a specific sect of very rich white guy that wants to own a pool table? I can't think of many situations where I want to play a game of pool outside of at a shitty bar, right? But like if you know some kid who looks like that, and his name's probably like Carson or Tanner. And yeah, they're prone to wearing white shorts and golf shirts. They have a newly renovated basement with a pool table in it every time. That's me in most baths.
Brittany Bramble walks out of court a free woman.
Alright, Tyler says his hair is his moneymaker.
TF2 made a generation of sad nerds obsessed with Bally songs. I'm sure there was like a couple of people who were into butterfly knife tricks before TF2, but like that was the game. They started doing research on the knife and they were like, what do you mean it's illegal in North America? And then tried to find ways to import it so they could do knife tricks. Because they thought that I'm speaking on behalf of myself, but I also know that I am not alone in that. I'm 99% sure most people wanted to learn knife tricks because they thought that would get them pussy. And did it? Maybe. I think more than likely it made you trans.
Alright, Tyler says his hair is his moneymaker.
Let's see this hair.
Whoa.
Okay.
Looks like you're broke.
Yeah. Back up. Adorable dog. There are cans of... Can I buy a can of cigarettes? Yeah, I figured this was a thing in like the 1800s. I don't think you... Yeah. That happened to me last night. I was throwing some shit out in the... We have like a trash can in our kitchen, and it is directly across from the fridge. I was putting something in it, and when I swung my head back up, it smacked into the fridge door. I probably have some concussions. Yeah, man. fucking chilling. Hi. I'm eating food, so I'm taking a break and watching some YouTube videos. I'm aware... I've been watching a lot of Jack's films, right? Which is like his whole like bit where he analyzes reactors and stuff. I'm aware that like Unusual Memes... Okay, no, Unusual Memes does include direct links to each video. I also personally think that Unusual Videos does a really good job at like curating. Want to watch stuff with you sometime? I have a segment. I have yet to bring it back. I did it exactly once. But I want to like actually bring it back. Buy the add-on on VTube Studios so we can use our models together. That's true. I forgot about that. Yeah, like, I had a whole series I wanted to do where I watch shitty TV, as long as, like, I was sure it was safe. Like, I wasn't gonna deal with copyright. Like, 20-year-old cartoons and shit, they're probably not caring. But I wanted to comment on this specifically. My brother has a back deck. He has chairs that fit perfectly in between the wooden slats for like his patio stuff. It's a nightmare every time. This kind of thing gives me so much anxiety. I want to frame by frame that. Holy shit. Got his ass. Is that? Yeah, that's Richard. I have not seen that episode. He just bites it and like... What was it? Fucking chocolate? That's a TF2 sound. That's a Half-Life sound. Yeah. Oh, babies. Sick. I have nightmares about this all the time. I'm so bad with heights, and so many people I know live in, like, areas that have these narrow, like, stairwells. And I think about that every time.
Dude, get close, leaving.
I think about this image a lot.
So there's Jack's Mexican.
I wasn't looking. Sorry. Is that what I think it is?
This is CNN breaking news.
Yes, it is. Love that video.
So there's Jack's Mexican.
All right.
Boy even has like the decency to cover himself. Oh.
Lost in the sauce. All right. Got a couple more bites, and then we'll jump back into control.
They got me cleaning up all this broken glass.
Good.
Here we go.
Yeah, man. Me too. Oh. All right, we'll switch back here. I've thought about doing a thing like that before while I eat. Of like taking a second to eat, but like still engage. Because most of the time I just go on like a 10-minute BRP. I don't know how like good that is for most viewers. So let me know. Climb. Okay. I ate at the beginning of my stream yesterday while telling a story. Peeps probably hated that. That's what I'm always afraid of. I don't want to be, like, eaten in people's ears. I'm sure they don't care that much. Get another ranger.
Send backup to my location.
All right, deep cavern time. Fart with reverb. Ooh. Launch efficiency 5. It's 1% better. Another evade ammo refund. I've gotten like 20 of these. Ooh. That's a nice lighting effect on the screen. It kind of like stains on the lens.
All right, this is the last one.
Already? Oh, that's the cave bleak! I was wondering what that was.
I can't believe Marshall's brilliant plan was to blow up the nail. And she thought I wasn't ready.
Alright. Whoa. The board has nothing to say?
Fuck. But that's the last one. I fixed it, didn't I?
Nail, leave, end. What?
Holy shit.
I mean, I wasn't sure who was in the right here between the two individuals.
God. What the hell was all that? Things should be better now, not worse. Emily will know. I hope.
Maybe. What do you have to say? Apologies / how embarrassing. Astral Fellows / Shades are acting hostile / very rude. We cannot direct behavior. In external / not astral regions. Promise / fingers crossed. Oh. So that was a my bad? You're hitting me with a my bad? Hit me with a good old-fashioned oopsie. Alright, dodge efficiency 23, 21. Delete that. Delete that. Cool. Speak to Pope. Well, that's the nail. I have 5 ability points. Cool.
What did you do? What is causing these tremors?
I thought you could tell me. I completed the 4 rituals just like the board told me to. The astral bleed should have stopped.
Look, it has stopped. The nail is repaired. But we have a new problem. My analysis of the nail indicates that it is literally a piece of the astral plane. Or possibly a vessel containing the astral plane. Or both. Either way, right now both dimensions are vibrating at completely incompatible frequencies. The spatial friction they are generating is incalculable. It's going to destroy both planes.
I messed this all up. Maybe Marshall was right to destroy the nail. I should have left it in pieces.
No, then the astral plane would still be leaking in. Sometimes there's no right answer, Jesse. We need more information.
No. I need to fix this now. I'll figure something out.
Okay.
We should really make a plan.
No, that is
tremors are
necessary.
originating from directly below us, but we don't know what.
Perfect. I'll head down and take care of whatever's going on. Just do what you can from here.
Jesse, you can't just.
I have to, Emily. I'm the director. This is on me.
I have to fix this. Reach the bottom of the nail. Now, there's a question mark over there that I haven't reached. kind of bugs me. So I want to try to reach it. Chasm. VHS tape supplement. This item creation is a source of much research and debate. It's part of the Bureau's first attempts to film blank during Operation Shallow Tide. An agent was able to conceal themselves in an area frequented by Ati, at which point they began filming. The agent reported that the video camera showed no signs of disturbance. So the fact that it's altered item 001... and that Ati was apparently there since then. That's interesting.
I can't see a thing. Maybe I should have thought this through. Light. Another TV.
What'd I do? What's playing on the TV? It's a video of Ati. Okay. Okay, so we have a spooky cave where my only source of light is a TV. And it's the only thing that seems to be slowing enemies down.
How am I supposed to drag this thing out of here?
This is cool.
This is fine, Jesse. Okay, just don't drop the TV.
Huh. Cover my back. Oh, come on, point in that direction. Thank you. Well, that's a way out. Is there anything else in this cave? I don't believe so. Like, we don't know when this altered item was cataloged or created. Has Audi always been part of the Bureau? Oh, another one of these. It's fine. Everything's fine. Broadcast seems to make them passive. I don't know if it's because of the light or because of what... Because of Adi. Could be because of Adi. He could just be a really chill dude! I wasn't expecting the ball to be waiting right outside. Hi. I actually wonder if the clearance thing, like noting the numbers on their heads, I think it's like a pseudo level thing, but also it seems to reflect like area clearance most of the time. I do wonder if the clearance aspect is going to be something they bring into FBC Firebreak. If like higher level players have higher tiers of clearance, and that allows them access to otherwise locked off rooms.
There's the way out. Up there. Back at the cell. Thank God.
That was neat. It's a good thing I checked that. Alright. Max melee damage. There's one bit I'm curious about. The report said there was only the 3. What's going on? Which one am I missing? Well, see, now that's something I want to double check. I'm not going to spoil, like, exact locations. I just want to know how many there are. Eight? What do you get for it? it gets you an achievement, which I feel like the achievements haven't really been working on Epic Games. And there's a special item that you can get, but I don't think there's anything else much past. I'm gonna have to find 8, and I've been sniffing every corner and only found 3. Tells me it's something that basically hinges on a guide. I'm in the wrong spot. I've never been a 100% gamer. Call me the 80% gamer. I just wanted to come back here and check because the report, according to the documentation, was that there was only 5, or that there was only 3. Let's just dive down.
I know what I'm doing. That was just the top of the nail? How much deeper does the foundation go?
Entry day plus 118. I have changed, though it's hard to know how or why. I no longer need tools to detect the house's veins, to hear it breathe. I can feel its blood churning beneath my bare feet. I have added my own illustrations to the walls, trying to solve some mystery that the oldest house whispers to me. I have to avoid the it as I do so. They haunt me. I don't blame them. They're just following the pillar's orders. Even poor Adam doesn't seem to recognize me anymore. I've spent a long time contemplating the etchings of the tree and its roots. Did you know this city used to be a forest? I wonder if our oldest house wore a different face back then. Or if it was always here. A 21st century office building since time immemorial. In a place you know the future. Can it
21st century? Isn't this a recording from the 60s?
change its skin?
Whatever.
Can it wander? I always thought the esoteric world was my father's, not mine. But here, in this sacred place, I finally understand his devotion and his awe.
Lower crossroad. Whoa! That got me.
The cryptos are growing like crazy here. It's almost like they're trying to stop me.
Maybe the board has larger plans.
Astral spike. HRA was damaged. The board said it.
When Marshall blew up the nail, the board attacked her. I don't fucking like it.
I tried to get out after the detonation, but the astral spike came out of nowhere. I escaped, but my HRA was damaged. I'd bet a year's salary the board sent it. We never did see eye to eye. They have too much control. Over Trench, the Bureau, the House. They make themselves part of every important process. Nothing a little C4 can't fix. 2 birds, 1 bomb. Christ, what a mess. But I stopped the hiss. I did it. If Faden did her part, then the Bureau is safe. Until the next thing. Jesse has good reason to hate the Bureau. But that could be what we need right now. She won't follow the same path. Won't fall into the same traps. She'll lead her way.
I mean, she's right.
So, Director Faden, here's my last lesson. You can't save everybody.
I guess you're right. Gonna try to, though. Just because I can't doesn't mean I don't want to try. There's a difference between just, like, tacitly accepting the end.
Nobody else hears the house. Their ears are too full of lies.
What?
We were shown the way inside so we could help. But all we've done is fall victim to the same parasite. I should have seen the web earlier. The strands between Northmore, the pillar, the gun, the id. What hope did we have? Thrown into this conflict beyond our comprehension. I've decided to rejoin the Bureau in the upper levels to end my long absence spent in the Foundation. Northmore will be angry at me for disobeying him. That's just his way. But I don't care. I need to remain in the oldest house to help however I can. I doubt I can steer the Bureau back on the right course, but I have to try. How did I go so long without a purpose? Without devotion? I can hardly remember how it felt. I realize how grateful I am to Father for setting me on this path. I wish I could tell him that.
This is the director. I need backup at my location.
Make way for the director!
Oh, it's red down here. And that's Marshall. Yeah, because her HRA broke.
Marshall? You're alive.
Soon you will no longer recognize us, or yourself, or him, or her, or them. Family is dead. The walls are broken, but yellow and red in the eye.
God damn it.
Inverted is made right. These were the
Fuckers, take everything. I am not letting you take this.
You've always been the new you. You want this to be true.
Yeah, send somebody down here who really hates their boss. I fell. Oh, no. Sucks to be you. Oh, that's Marshall. I lived. No, I'm trying to... Okay. I'm mashing E because I'm trying to hit the thing on the floor. Assistance sent. Champion endure. Oh my god. Oh, bye. But why are you spawning me on the bridge like that? Oh my god. Okay. Charge blast radius 66. 56. And we don't need projectile speed. Where is she? Oh. Fall. She didn't fall.
Sorry, I wasn't here to help, Marshall. The nail is corrupted. That explains why the board wasn't answering what's causing the quakes. Marshall came down here to stop this. I should have been with her. I could have saved her. But
Can't
I
save
should
everyone.
Save everyone else.
We are cleansed / liberated / hallelujah. The Foundation is stable / beaten / A-OK. We hope you improve your attitude / loyalty.
Well, fuck you too. Oh, I'll be sure to. Let's play it smart. They don't need to know I'm onto them. Not yet, anyway.
I'm guessing that's the way back. I don't know if I want to head back yet. I'm betting you there's things down here. I want to explore. I want to explore. Well, that's sealed. That's where I came in from. That's an empty cave. I'm going to assume this is also an empty cave. Yeah. Fine. And this way, up. That was just a balcony. Let's just leave. Oh, he's here. Okay.
The nail is secure. The hiss can't touch it. I can't undo the astral bleeding in the Foundation, but at least it's stopped.
Along with the seismic activity. You did it, Jesse. Did you ever find Marshall?
I did. She's gone. She died thinking she'd save the Bureau. Not a bad way to go. I wasn't ready for this crisis. I didn't even see it coming. But I promise I'll be ready for the next one. I mean, what good is a director who can't hold her bureau together?
Neat. That was a much more substantial DLC than I was expecting it to be. Combined with yesterday's stream, that's about like a 5-6 hour expansion. Definitely longer if you're gonna hunt down all the fucking cats.
I thought I know how to handle things, now that I'm the director. Clearly, it's not that simple. I need to choose a direction for the Bureau. It should be one that serves our goals, not the board's. Whatever those are. I need to lead my way.
Yeah. Three points. Thanks.
Director?
Ma'am?
Now that this nail business is handled, I should probably be getting back to executive. But maybe I'll keep poking around. Just for a little bit.
Has the nail been doing anything since we restored it?
Define anything.
Anything unusual?
Define unusual.
Emily.
Sorry, but the answer is a whopping yes. Now that it's whole, the nail is emitting a constant field of, well, think of it like low-level radiation. It seems to suppress any biological matter it encounters. This explains why nothing grows here and why the Bureau had to abandon the area. Prolonged exposure would certainly begin affecting neural processes.
Wait. Was the field created when I cleansed the nail?
I considered that, but the nail's readings are quite different from the ones I recorded at the cleanse control points. I think the nail's field is purely of its own making. In fact, I think it would passively prevent any His corruption, like the HRAs do. Which makes me wonder what actually occurred when you cleansed the nail.
I've been wondering about that myself. Did the board let the Hiss corrupt the nail? Did they want me to cleanse it? If so, why?
Maybe they wanted it to be attacked and then cleansed in the way that you would take antibodies, right? Maybe they wanted to know the enemy to kill the enemy.
What do you know about Director Northmore?
Well, he was Director Trench's predecessor, and Northmore's famous for being the first board-appointed director. See, before we found the oldest house, directors were picked by committees of old men in suits, drinking cognac and smoking cigars or whatever. You know, standard, uninteresting methods.
I think the word you're looking for is bureaucratic.
Or antiquated. Regardless, Northmore was eventually forced to... Well, we don't need to go into that. Strangely, the only two board-appointed directors left the position under unusual circumstances. If the board appoints a director, then how do they retire them? I doubt they go out and buy you a gold watch. Sorry, Jesse, I didn't mean to imply that...
Don't worry. If anyone's getting shown the door, it's them. What do you know about an entity named Former?
I can't say I've heard of it. You got any details for me?
Well, imagine a one-eyed bug thing. I think it was a part of the board, but then something happened and now it's...
Former.
Separate?
Interesting. See, I always wondered if the board was some sort of entity or a group or conglomerate of linked consciousnesses, but this supports the group theory. Although I could have undergone some sort of corporeal exile. Too many unknowns to form a working hypothesis yet, but I can prioritize this matter in future astral dives if you think it's important.
Fortune favors the prepared. Do it. I'm gonna keep looking.
All right. All the way back up to my office. Let's see how things are. You got back here quick.
Slide to dimensional doorways, then which is the object of power? The slide or the slide projector? Or is the distinction itself a fallacy?
I like the office assistant fit, but like, I'm the director.
We gotta be methodical. Clean up. Man, I never thought I'd be. Look at me now.
So,
The situation is we are still up to our eyes in hiss. Not to mention the months of repairs it's gonna take just to get this place up and running again.
But is it doable?
Of course it is. You just might need to tell some rangers to grab a wrench once they're done hunting hiss.
I'll see.
We're gonna need an additional source of missions. Fast.
That is a question.
Fine job handling this, especially considering how new she is.
I suppose, but the hiss are still all over the bureau. When is she gonna get them out?
I'm sure she's working on it. It wouldn't kill you to admit she's doing a good job.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
The building goes on forever. How deep?
Oh, yeah. Somebody was commenting about munitions and stuff. I do wonder if there is a way to contact the outside world inside the oldest house. They said, like, smartphones and stuff aren't allowed in here. There is a lot of phones, but if I had to guess, they're all connected to an internal system. Somehow. I don't know how you'd manage to run any connective cabling in a building that shifts itself at will, you know? But, you know. We'll figure it out. Just kind of wandering at this point, but why don't we tease what we're gonna do next?
Careful out there, Director.
Darkness engulfed the elevator. There was something there, reaching for her, trying to make her act. It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man, a hunger in the dark. Investigation sector.
Investigation sector, huh? We should check this out.
I am gonna actually, considering how short this stream is, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna pause it, and then we're gonna kick off Alan Wake after, like, I take a minute or two to decompress. But what I want to do super quick, I want to do a run of the jukebox, and if we do it, we do it. If we can't, then that's it. But we're gonna be entering this jukebox basically with high-level mods, maxed out, mostly maxed out character in all the ways that matter. Like, I don't think maxing out C's is going to be the main thing that wins a run. Alright. For this bit, I don't even technically need to fight stuff. I just have to stand in these spots. I just knew if I didn't kill that invisible thing, I was really going to impact how the rest of the run was going to go. Let me just scoot along and look at that. So this is the wave-based one, where I have to kill everything as quick as possible. This I can handle. Eliminate the waves of hiss. Eliminate them. You are mine now. Alright, where's wave 2 spawn? Back in that corner again. Knocked him off the map. Let's go. All right. That went real smooth. You know what? Having at least one possessed guy is helping a lot. Can't move. Pick up the healing. Move, move, move and go and run and move. He's doing something that's somehow hurting me, but not him, which is super cool. I'm hitting him with attacks, and he's not taking any damage, but, you know. Fucking, all right, okay. Yeah, no. The death takes so long. I can't die once during this, because that eats up so much time. Especially here, because now I'd have to go through all 3 waves again. I think. Right? Yeah. We're good. How badly do I want an outfit? Not that badly. I was just kind of hoping that it would be a smoother sailing with fully upgraded weapons and abilities. And for the most part, it went faster, but still a ball ache. So why don't we just pause there? I'm going to take 20 minutes or so to stretch out and breathe and stuff, and then we're going to be back here with the start of Alan Wake. That's 2 streams in one day, baby. And why am I doing that? It's because this ended sooner than I thought. Definitely wouldn't have fit into one long stream, although I feel like I should have ended the other streams sooner. Either way, we're going to squeeze some Alan Wake into today, so look forward to that. And I'll be back in a little bit to do that. In the meantime, why don't I gently carry you over in my hands to the responsible and caring Russ, aka Chaos Fox, who's going to be playing some Astroneer. And then I will be back like I said, in about like 20 minutes or so to do Alan Wake. So, I will see you very soon. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. And tune in next time for Alan Wake.